Micromotor madness. Scale down, drive big.
Here it is, the EasyRC Glacier. Well, not really a glacier anymore. We turned it into a true Chevrolet K10 with some pretty big changes. At first glance, it looks almost stock. But trust me, there's a lot going on under the hood and in the details. The first big step was ditching the old crappy ESC. I swapped it for the Flysky V6 generation ESC, the same one used in the SCX24 Chevrolet K10. Now the truck is lifted fully wired with working lights and blinkers. Non-negotiable for my teammate and my son. Some of you may hate that, but hey, it's part of the build sheet. Next, the suspension. This truck has gone through at least 3 different shock setups before I found the right one. I finally landed on these Woaeiuos shocks from AliExpress, about $11, but I didn't keep them stock. Out of the box, they were way too stiff. The pistons were so big they almost blocked the oil flow, making compression slow and sticky. So I reworked them, shaved the piston down, improved oil passage, and mixed springs. For the front, I kept the original stiff springs. Too soft, and the truck nosedives a lot when steering. With these, it stays level and solid. When you press down, it rebounds smoothly and stays aligned. And for the rear, I swapped in the hardest springs from the Injora 53mm shocks. Mounted at the stock angle, they compress easily, giving me a lot more flex out back than in front, which is actually perfect for this type of long wheelbase trucks. On top of that, I extended the axles using the new CR18P Juice Up hex hubs. That meant adapting the pin hexes from 1mm to 1.5mm, which I already covered in another video linked above. For the drivetrain, I used SCX24 Gladiator length metal drive shafts, front and rear, which gave me just the right fit and durability for this setup. Under the hood, I used this tiny 6-gram Surpass servo to fit the tight space I had, for shifting gears. And the real showstopper? Installed the Hobby Plus 2-speed transmission, originally designed for the CR18P Evo, paired with the well-known Injora 180 purple motor. Now for the outside. The stock Glacier grille looked dull and black against the sky blue body, so I swapped it. New chrome bumper up front, plus I had to buy the SCX24 K5 front grille just to get the Chevy badge, since the SCX18 grille doesn't come with it. I also swapped the rear view mirror to match the new look. Out back, I peeled off the Glacier sticker to reveal the proper Chevrolet lettering. Rear chrome bumper, chrome mirrors. The details start to pop. For wheels and tires, I went with the Injora Swamp Stomper, 63mm tall by 24mm wide, mounted on DJ Crawler Classic 1-inch rims. The combo is just perfect. The tires are tall and super sticky, giving excellent grip, while the rims weigh about 30 grams each, not too heavy, not too light. Then, with 13 grams hex hubs per wheel, the whole setup delivers a strong down-low weight balance, keeping the rig stable and planted on rough terrain. To test the articulation, I used 3 stacked tires, totaling 81mm in height. The shocks flex nicely, but the stiff front springs keep the rear wheel from touching the ground all the way. Still, that stiffness is intentional. Softer springs would make the truck unstable. This way it stays firm, level, and balanced. And here's the key. In a real crawling situation, when you add the weight of the rig, the torque of the motor, and the resistance from the obstacles, that front shock eventually gives in, reaching full compression exactly when the terrain demands it. That's what makes this setup both scale and functional. One last touch for realism. I painted the entire underbody in matte black. The stock sky blue undercarriage looked way too toyish, but with the blacked out lower body, the truck now has a proper scale trail look. At the rear, the bed sits slightly higher than the front when the truck is standing still, but as soon as this crawler starts moving, the suspension kicks in and it levels out naturally. And thanks to the setup, the rear flex is way better than the front, which is exactly what you want in a pickup-style crawler. Overall, I love the stance of this build. It's a mini truck, but it feels powerful, rugged, almost aggressive now that it's lifted. The shocks are dialed in, rebound is smooth, and the whole setup feels stable and realistic. And if you want the full build story, every detail of how we installed the Hobby Plus gearbox, tuned the shocks, reworked the paint, and basically rebuilt this Glacier into a Chevy K10. Make sure to check out the complete build video coming right after this teaser. I'm super happy with how this Chevy turned out, after all the trial and error. The centerpiece of this build is the Hobby Plus 2-speed gearbox. The new gearbox opened a whole new horizon for the rig. It's what makes this customization not only interesting, but also truly justified, because without it, honestly, there would be no point in investing this much into the Glacier. Subscribe, like, and ring that bell. See you in the next one.